Georgie spent 7 decades making millions of people laugh. At 97 years old, he sits in a one-bedroom apartment, talking to a camera because he has no one else left to talk to. He reached the ceiling of his profession. He had his own television show and played the biggest rooms in the country. He mastered the live stage, eventually headlining and killing at Carnegie Hall. Now, those massive public achievements have contracted into a cramped private reality. The applause has been replaced by the hum of a video recorder in an empty room. The specific skill that won Georgie the adoration of the world is the same mechanism that left him completely isolated. This started with his mother, Esther. She lived with a severe clinical depression that would keep her in bed for days at a time. At 6 years old, he discovered performance could get his mother out of bed. It became the only input generating a response. This survival mechanism stabilized an unstable environment. Over decades, that frantic loop hardens into a permanent barrier encapsulating his identity. The world constantly reinforced this behavior. Teachers, friends, and audiences all sent the same message. If you are funny, people want you around. Georgie learned that being entertaining provides a convenient shortcut. As long as the act is running, no one ever asks how you actually feel. In 1954, Georgie married Sylvia Roft. Sylvia was a dancer who operated without games or performance. She valued direct, honest connection. Georgie met her honesty with a routine. Every time she tried to discuss their feelings or initiate a serious conversation, he deflected with a punchline. After 17 years, Sylvia left. She told Georgie she couldn't do it anymore because she felt married to a talk show, not a person. She later remarried a man named Frank, an insurance salesman with no interest in being funny. She spent 30 years happy with him because Frank was simply willing to be present. By using humor to keep Sylvia at arm's length, Georgie eventually made himself unnecessary to her. Georgie's son, Danny, is now 68. He grew up to be a therapist, a career dedicated to the very emotional transparency his father avoided. During a dinner a decade ago, Danny told Georgie that they had never had a real conversation. Despite living in the same house for 18 years, Danny felt he had never actually met his father. Georgie had been physically present every day, but he was always performing. He had treated his own child like another member of the audience. A child needs to see their parents' actual fears and failures. When a parent provides only a performance, they remain essentially invisible to their children. Now, at 97, the shows are over. The audience is gone, and there is no one left to perform for. This leads to identity erasure. After 70 years of playing a character, Georgie realized he genuinely does not know what exists beneath the timing and the bits. The mechanism has become autonomous. Even when he wants to be honest, a simple greeting like, "How are you?" triggers an involuntary joke about his age instead of an actual answer. He spent 97 years being loved by audiences and known by no one. By hiding so effectively from others, he eventually disappeared from himself. Highly developed gifts like humor, intelligence, or productivity can easily become shields. They work so well that they eventually prevent any genuine light from getting in or out. Georgie is finally dropping the act. He is lonely, he is scared of dying, and he is done being funny. He is deciding to call his son. He is going to try to have a conversation without a comeback or a routine prepared. The mask is heavy, and it is lonely. Taking it off is the only way to let another human being see your actual face.